time it is. Marvin Devine, Hoover, Axel, and you know how we do. Yeah, I got the juice, yeah, I got the juice. Whip game cool, make them look like cool. Always play cool, that's the biggest rule. Forget what they doing, keep on doing. I've been making loot since like 22. Ask me how I made it right here in the booth. I'm always pursued cause of what I pursue. That's greatness, yeah, I gotta make it, I got things to lose. Boy, just wanna get in my crew, but you can't get in my crew. Me, Axel, and Hoover, way too fireable. When this joint drop, better call the troops. And when you hear the drop, better raise the roof. Better raise the roof. You already know what happens when we link up. Let's go. Yeah, I got the
Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, wherever you're watching. Welcome to a new season and the first episode of Kidney East Africa. I am half your host, Steve, the kidney nurse. Brother Moses will be joining us in a minute. But welcome and thank you for joining us. As always, we have a great topic today to share with our brothers and sisters who have kidney disease, not just in East Africa, but all across the world. If your loved one, giver, or someone that goes to dialysis, or if you just been diagnosed recently and just started, we have the show for you today. 10 things to do if you just been diagnosed with kidney disease. Now, let me bring our brother all the way from Nairobi, Kenya, Brother Moses Kennedy, also known as the Kidney Ambassador. Brother Moses, welcome. How's it going?
Oh, very good, Brother Steve. I'm glad we are back live today and all it has been made possible. So without further ado, my name is Moses Kennedy, your kidney ambassador, and I'm your co-host. Thank you so much, Brother Steve.
You had broken up, Brother Moses. What did you say?
My name is Moses Kennedy, and I'm your kidney ambassador. I'm glad you're watching this. I know it's been quite some time, but then we must appreciate that we are back. Thank you so much.
All right. All right. We're having just a little bit of technical difficulties, but we're going to push through this. We're going to talk about 10 things to do if you just been diagnosed with kidney disease. Am I still echoing? People said I'm echoing. You can hear me loud and clear, can't you, Brother Moses?
Yes, I can.
Okay. So Brother Moses, when you learned that you had chronic kidney disease, I'm sure it could have been overwhelming. However, did you know, or did anyone tell you anything to do when you got diagnosed?
Well, Brother Steve, let me tell you, if one is diagnosed with kidney disease, I remember the world came crashing on me that now this is the end of the road, because here comes, brother, dreams were shattered. Even your relationships gets broken. Friends also depart ways, and even few relatives might get tired of you. So, I mean, the list is endless, Brother Steve. It takes courage, and it also takes the courage to see the future that you decide. You are there by what the doctor says to move forward towards managing your condition, and most so accepting your condition. That is the way, perhaps the most liberating thing that makes you move forward. Otherwise, you lose it, Brother Steve.
Mm, mm. So you or a loved one has chronic kidney disease or end-stage kidney disease can be overwhelming. Now, the good news is that people who just got diagnosed, you're not alone on your kidney care journey. You're not alone. That's why we do this show every Sunday to help you navigate that process. Now, even though, first of all, happy Father's Day, Brother Moses. I don't know if y'all are you a father?
Oh yes, I am.
Do y'all celebrate Father's Day in Kenya?
Oh yes, Brother Steve, I am.
Oh yeah, happy Father's Day, and happy Father's Day to people watching. But even though this is Father's Day, and we probably have a low turnout, but it doesn't stop me or Brother Moses from advocating. And the good news is you can always go back and look at this video. But we have dedicated our time within this hour to give back to the community, the international community. So we're going to discuss 10 things, again, that you can do if you've just been diagnosed with kidney disease or kidney failure. Number one, find a doctor. Find a kidney doctor. You'll want to find a kidney doctor or what they call a nephrologist. A kidney doctor or a nephrologist, they the same. Kidney means nephro in Greek. And you want to, as soon as possible, as soon as your primary or someone tells you you got protein spilling in your urine, or you need to see a kidney specialist, you need to find one ASAP. Don't wait around. Just because you don't feel any symptoms, don't be messing around saying, oh, I don't feel anything. I feel okay. Because that kidney disease will come around like a thief in the night and hit you when you're not expecting it. Also, your kidney doctor is supposed to be there, okay, to partner with you and guide you to understanding what life is like with kidney disease and how best to adapt to treatments and medications while maintaining your quality of life. Now, when you meet up with this doctor, you may want to start by asking, how can you lead a normal life, or what you call normal for you, if or when you go on dialysis? Brother Moses, when you found out you had kidney disease, did you find out from a kidney doctor, or did you find out from a primary care doctor? And when you found out, was it recommended that you reach out to a kidney doctor or nephrologist?
I found it out from a kidney doctor, nephrologist, and you know it has been a journey to. It was a journey to identify that now this is a kidney disease this stage, because just like you've mentioned, it comes like a thief. It can come and rob you unaware, because I
Experience
remember
some technical difficulty.
I've always mentioned here that I crashed into dialysis, right? And then at that particular moment, I've been attending to other physicians, though they had a low suspicion index regarding kidney disease. And remember, at that particular time, also in Kenya, kidney disease was not much given attention. So even if you had to go to other primary care doctors, then they will be treating other things, but not suspecting that this could be kidney disease. So, I mean, it really derails the whole process to open up a new chapter on dealing with this disease, Brother Steve. Back to you.
Oh, all right. Thank you, Brother Moses. You at different times you break up. So I know it's probably the internet connection.
All right, I didn't realize that.
So number two of 10 things to do if you just been diagnosed with kidney disease. Create a support team. Create a support. The people at dialysis or your medical care team, which will likely include the nephrologist, nurse, dietitian, social worker. You will also need the support of loved ones. Definitely. Let your family and friends know about your diagnosis. You may need their help in the future. And see, some people say they got the opposite. They let their family and friends know, and their family and friends distance themselves from them. Moses, did you have a support team when you first got diagnosed?
Oh, yes, definitely. Maybe before I proceed, am I clear?
Yes.
All right, I'm audible. Right. This is also the bottom line, brother Steve, because without support system, you will definitely lose hope. And at that particular moment you are diagnosed, hope is very important. Hope to survive, hope to keep on fighting. So when you have family besides you, friends, and maybe former colleagues, I mean schoolmates, it forms the base of your support system. And time and again, there are people who want to see you alive and back on your feet. So you also feel encouraged. Yes, I did.
Brother Moses, let me ask you.
Yes.
Over in Kenya and what you see over there as far as, doctors and patients, do new patients who are diagnosed, do they find a kidney doctor or do they create a support team over there? What we just talked about, is that something common in Kenya?
Well, in most cases, the disease get I mean, from other primary care doctors, you get referred to a nephrologist. So a nephrologist will run those required tests. Then you will end up now being taken care by a nephrologist. Yes.
So what you're saying, it's already planned out for them.
Yes. In most
Brother
cases,
Mo.
in Kenya, when you see a given doctor at that primary care level, then you get treated. Then as the disease progress, then you get referred to another doctor. Then that doctor treats you for a while and escalate it now to a nephrologist. And that is how all patients end up to a nephrologist. However, there are patients who goes to public hospital, and then they end up going to level 4 hospital, where a nephrologist will come once a while. But then after seeing a patient and putting up file, and making notes for the patient how to be treated, I mean treatment plan, then one is left. But then if you go the private way, you can always be seeing your doctor on a weekly basis. That is a nephrologist.
I see. Now, what about support team? Do you see a lot of kidney warriors over in Kenya having a support team?
Oh, yes, they do, Brother Steve. They do. The most challenging thing is there is still there's still education gap. I mean, people wanting to know that this is now kidney disease, or this disease will change someone's life, is still something that is not right on the table. Because look, when you have the support system, the support team, including doctors and nurses, um, um, uh, uh, at that particular age, your friends, your relatives, I mean, your family members. They know little at that moment. They know little about the disease. They could be giving you what is killing you soon, for example. If they don't visit or they don't have a dietitian to take them through how your diet is supposed to be now. They'll be giving you oranges and harming you, thinking that they are giving you the best. I remember at that time, everyone will come an orange and avocado or bananas, everyone, and I had lots of bananas. So instead, I will give out because I've known myself that bananas are not recommended. However, that one also puts you at a risk. That is why I'm saying you can have a support system, but then at that particular time, it is not as supportive as it's supposed to be. And that is why, Brother Steve, I do believe that this program, Kidney Hub East Africa, comes in and it's helping other community. If not helping, then it's making, it's calling majority of the support system to have that suspicion index and get to know the right diet or the right thing to be done regarding taking care of a patient.
Well said, Brother Moses. Now, the third one, which is very important, especially if you've just been diagnosed with not just this program or Brother Moses, the kidney ambassador on the FIGO initiative, but also Steve, the kidney nurse Facebook page, TikTok, and YouTube channel. And what may that be for number 3? Connect. Connect with others in the kidney community. Many communities, kidney community on Facebook. You got kidney groups. You got on TikTok. You got some warriors who on live doing their dialysis treatment. You got Steve, the kidney nurse. You have this show, Kidney Hub East Africa. In fact, there needs to be more education shows. It's not enough. There are many support groups and social media groups for people with kidney disease and their care partners, including this show. So you can go and introduce yourself to each community and join the discussion on topics. They got a lot of topics in a lot of these groups, just as we have here. But as you can see, unfortunately, low turnout. In fact, now there's no one supposed. So how can you create or stimulate dialogue to help other warriors that just been newly diagnosed? But thank God this can go in archives, because the kidney warriors that are in East Africa go back and rewind the tapes, and anybody else in that matter. Again, connect with others in the kidney community. dealing with this disease can relate to what you're going through. Number 4, Brother Moses, learn all you can about kidney health. Learn all you can. So when you go to dialysis or when you start, supposedly your kidney dietitian or your renal social worker, the nurse or doctor should be there to answer your questions about kidney disease. However, it will help to learn everything you can about kidney health, including diet tips. For many people with CKD, must limit fluids and specific nutrients such as potassium and phosphorus. And when you learning everything you can about kidney health, you'll also feel more empowered as you adjust to living with kidney disease. Can you elaborate on that, Brother Moses? Learning all you can about your kidney health? Because I know when you found out, now you're doing advocacy.
Well, brother, you kept on frozen, but then I've got the question. You know, it is quite known that when you are educated, particularly on your health or on your condition, then even the outcome in managing such a condition becomes much better. Now, this is so because, for example, number one, there would be adherence on treatment. If the doctor say you need maybe this number of sessions in a week, then you will adhere to that. If the doctor says that these drugs, you need to take them for a particular period, then you adhere to that. Come to a dietary requirement. If the doctor says, if a nutritionist or your dietitian says that now your food must be prepared in this manner, or you must eat in this manner, or your dietitian comes out with a plan how to eat, I know it becomes a baggage to most patients, especially following a routine that is written. I also find it difficult, Brother Steve, to do the same thing or talk about the same thing, same time. I mean, same thing every day, you know. And so is to a change of lifestyle. So here is a case, the doctor comes, the dietitian comes with a meal plan, how you eat. So you remember, even taking water, you really have to regulate, and it becomes tough. But then look at the broader picture, the outcome. The outcome that you get is just because you are aware, you educate yourself. I think it is the most liberating also thing that the care team must embrace, but unfortunately they do not have time for that. Back to you, Brother Steve.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you. I definitely agree. And again, I believe that's why it's important, even for our brothers and sisters in East Africa, to know And like you say, it definitely can be self-liberating if one has a condition and you find out or learn all you can about that condition, and you can stand in front of it, manage it, and pretty much live a quality life in spite of having that condition. Um, number five is continue to do what you love. In this condition, having kidney disease may require some lifestyle changes, but it doesn't mean you can't still do the things you love or enjoy. Now, a lot of these clinics and companies supposedly offer treatment options for different lifestyles and schedules. Now, for United States and probably United Kingdom and other places, they might include in-center, nocturnal dialysis done in center overnight, home dialysis. In East Africa, they only able to do any where you may do it at home. Have the machine and the water system at home or something. I don't know, Brother Moses. Can you elaborate on treatment options in Kenya when it comes to treating
Uh, uh, the
kidney
option is
disease?
just treatment option is exactly limited to in-center hemodialysis. Maybe a few affluent and rich patient can afford it at their home comfort. However, the government of Kenya only provides for 2 sessions in-center hemodialysis. So yes, I know the comfort and the better outcome that comes with home dialysis, but then it is not. It is out of reach.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
So let me see. And let me person that's commenting from YouTube, Metagal Ebony. I'm not understanding the question. How can I submit when on PD? So, so I can understand it. I'll definitely be more than welcome to try to answer your question. But thank you for commenting. Definitely appreciate it. We appreciate it. Brother Moses, the next one, number 6, and you can pretty much use it to number 1, but with finding the kidney doctor. But 6 is follow your doctor's recommendations. I advise of getting a second opinion. It's important to follow healthcare providers' advice and treatment, where some may not want to. Kidney warriors are kidney warriors in Kenya able to get a second opinion?
Oh yes, definitely. When you feel that you are not satisfied with a certain doctor, you will just have to move to another doctor, book an appointment, see one. Yes, second opinion is there, and it is really freely there when you make your own arrangement and payment.
Okay.
It has worked on my side several times. because there are
Right.
doctors who do not have time for their patient. They want to hurry you up and leave, but then unsatisfied. So if you go to some doctor and he gives you the much needed attention, then yes, say that is the doctor. Mhm.
All right. I see.
Mhm.
So getting back to Medigale Ebony, she said, I want to stop eating meat. And I mean, pretty much, if you're on peritoneal and they asking you to do that, evidently they must want you to get your protein level up, your albumin, and meat, biological meat. I mean, I'm saying like the biological chicken, veal, fish are high in protein. Not unless, and one that they offer in the unit is the liquid seal. It has 16 grams of protein. But many people don't like this because it's thick, the viscosity, and it's sweet. Now, if you want to stop eating meat, what you can possibly do is maybe eat fish, find out what fish, if you like seafood, has high protein in it. And maybe you can also substitute, or in addition to, you add protein drink. But you want to definitely keep your protein level or your albumin level in range so you can have energy and it promotes healing. Yeah. So I know most clinics, they do have the bars and the shake, way to get protein in. But try to get it. I know you're trying to leave meat alone, and I don't blame you. But try ways where not fry your meat, boil, bake. So Brother Moses, let's move on. Um, I'm sure when you got diagnosed, you followed your doctor's advice. Because some people, reason I asked you that, because some people, Brother Moses, when they get told to do something, do it because they don't feel any symptoms. They may procrastinate or wait around. Have you seen that in other warriors who may have spoken to you, or you know
Oh yes, I totally agree with you. What happens is that
that procrastinate by
most
their kidney doctor?
yes, most after seeing a kidney doctor, most patients first of all do not accept the outcome of diagnosis. So they can proscanate to to further delays because they think that they are feeling okay. There is nothing serious about them, but then they do not know that the condition bites them, progressively. And now, when the most part, the most worst part of it is that when they start realizing that now, I mean, I'm sick, I'm this, uh, uh, they even engage now to self-medication, which which wasn't the situation at all. Yes, done, brother
All
Steve.
right. Thank you for that, Brother Moses. Again, um, the reception, the internet breaking you up here and there. So, yes, we're halfway home.
It's breaking on your side or my side?
Yeah, yeah, sometimes, but we good right now. It's not all the time.
Because I can see you keep on freezing, and from the comment we have some few comments. I don't know whether you did checked.
Well, yes, I'll see the comment.
Okay. All right.
Miss Medical on PD, and she didn't educate herself. But now you can change all that. I'm sure now you're probably more educated than you were when you first started.
Oh yes. Oh
And
yes.
that's all that's necessary is yourself. And yeah. So let's talk about number 7, Brother Moses. Uh Making dietary changes. Diagnose, this is what they need to do to pretty much try to slow the progression. And one should be following a kidney friendly. You're like, what's a kidney friendly diet? It's one that's low in potassium, sodium, and phosphorus. Also, if you just got diagnosed, consider. Now, this is one of the disadvantages that brothers and sisters in East Africa have, because even though there are dietitians and social workers, sisters had to come out of their pockets to consult with them. It's not like here in the United States when you go in the dialysis center and you privy to talk to a dietitian. Or remember, that dietitian and social worker has to talk to the other patients as well. That unit or clinic may have 105 patients, census. And so you just part. I had one dietitian tell me she got to drive 45 minutes to an hour, or they want her to drive up to maybe an hour to go cover another unit where the dietitian resigned. And this dietitian are almost 100 something patients. And she's the only dietitian. Now she got to go to another unit and cover them. And I was saying, wow. I said, somebody's going to fall through the cracks. Somebody's going to fall through the cracks. Brother Moses. So in Kenya, dietary and social work services is not included in that bundle insurance from NHS, correct?
Oh yes. It doesn't. It is not included in that package. In other words, it means you have to pay out of your pocket. These are out of pocket cost that comes with it. Yes. So you need to really get equipped and pay it out of your pocket.
So in that case, many kidney warriors they cannot get dietary services.
Oh yes, absolutely true. Because they only go to dialysis, and then worse still, they go get rogue nurses, or I don't know how to call them. But then who asked you how many hours? Then you are put into machine, onto machine, and then it is calibrated for hours, and she goes back, sit back, and perhaps goes on a WhatsApp chat, and when it rings, 4 hours is done, you are out, and you are hurriedly, you cannot even get rest. So I guess these and many more challenges warriors all over are facing. uh, that is why you see even a patient has no need. The patient sees no need of having a dietitian because it comes with cost. I mean, you need transport to and fro. You also need your food at home. So the much you are left, seeing a dietitian rather than not seeing a doctor becomes a luxury, Brother Steve. Mhm. Back to you.
Brother Moses, does the dialysis center have education information for patients?
Uh, few has the talking walls. Few has, yes, few has, but majority I don't see it, especially in public
So,
hospitals. I don't see it at all.
so how do patients supposed to know how to manage the potassium levels, the phosphorus,
It's very interesting. If you
and
don't ask, you
not
are
to
not
eat,
told.
and how to manage their fluid?
Very interesting.
Say again.
If you don't ask, you are not told, because there is no time. Everyone seems to be busy. We have few nephrologists who also rush to other clinics, at least to catch up and make money. So there is no time for that. No time for
Mm.
education, right? No time for advocacy. Here comes the doctor comes, goes around, and if you have time, you can ask. Few are very good. Maybe they can talk about something little about a subject, but then majority, no. If you don't ask, you are not told. Their work
But
is
if you
to
knew,
put you on a machine and finish the 4 hours needed for that session.
mm,
Hmm.
but if you knew, would you know what questions to ask? Did you hear me, Brother Moses?
Sorry, come on.
I said, if you knew and you don't know anything, how would you know what questions to ask?
You see, that is where the problem begins, because one thing, if you don't educate yourself, when you educate yourself, you will keep on asking the doctor something relevant that you want to know further. But then if you don't educate yourself, then what are you going to ask? I mean, from what perspective are you going to begin from? I mean, it really becomes a challenge. Mhm.
Mhm.
Yes.
So number 8, which is I think is important, is managing underlying conditions like diabetes, because these two are the leading causes of kidney disease. So once you find out you got kidney disease, people have stage 3 kidney disease and don't even know it. So once you find out about that, you need to find out what is causing the issue. Is it diabetes or is it high blood pressure? Once you know that, do everything, eradicate it out of your life if you can. Not just manage, but eradicate. Brother Moses, did you have time when you found out you had kidney disease to manage any underlying symptoms that may have contributed to your
Well, because most Kenyans get to that point of being crushed into dialysis, uh, 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 the main objective at that particular time is to, you get treated, is to save life. And then they will leave it at that point, for you now to go further and discuss with your doctor how the underlying cause can now be tackled. Other than diabetes and high blood pressure, which are the number one cause and number two in that order, the major cause of kidney disease, there are also other underlying factors. So you need just that your doctor need to let you know that maybe what is the cause of yours, and that particular moment you can begin a conversation on how you want to go about it. But
agreed.
in most cases they don't, they say maybe the kidney nerves are damaged and it is irreversible, and now the agenda is to keep you alive.
I
Mhm.
see. We got a couple of comments. Let me show this one in the United States. Absolutely. And then Moses, we had a comment from Miss Oldham. She says, Steve, too many people and my community cannot get for
Preventive
CKD
healthcare.
because of insurance. I am I am amazed at what I hear from people at the community events I attend. And that's Miss Oldham is the reason why shows like this I consider very important. And even the community events. But a lot of times, and I've been in community events, people walk right past the information. People walk right by the information. I can't tell you how many events I've been to in Baltimore. I had my stand up and I had copied and everything. I had little trinkets, little giveaways. They came by the table, but guess what they grabbed? They ain't grabbed the information. They grabbed the free stuff. And I just said, you know, you can lead, as they say, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink it. And so I believe until more people take their health serious and really get in tune to what's going on instead of waiting the last minute when it's, because that's what a lot of people, it happens to a lot of people. They don't do anything until it shows up on their doorstep. And now they're running for the hills. So yeah, Miss Ohan, I know it happened to me. I can't tell you how many times I've been frustrated. Events, I was out there heavy before COVID, and when COVID came, it shut everything down. But I can't tell you how many events I've been to. And I you know, in my, especially in Baltimore, because I was trying to really advocate in Baltimore, because you would never hear this, but they dropped off back in 2018 at a community rec center 225,000 million cases of junk. It was from FEMA, but it was contracted through another company. And it's like, this box is entrees and this and that in it. And then when you open the box up, ain't nothing but, excuse my language, crap in it. Summer sausage in a vacuum pack, grandma cookies, fruit bars, peanut butter. Nothing in that box was nutritional. Potted meat. And so a homeless person get that box and they open the potted meat, and we know all of it's supposed to be refrigerated. What homeless person you know may have a refrigerator on the street? Been distributed in West Baltimore to almost 250,000 cases of junk. So it's that this information get out there and people go get checked for kidney disease or monitor their blood pressure. Brother Moses, anything you want to say?
Well, let me just add on
Brother Moses?
what now. Let me just add on what you've mentioned on maybe managing underlying conditions. It is important, number one, to visit a doctor, your nephrologist doctor, as frequent as possible, so that you also move ahead of the progress of the disease. So you keep on adjusting. If the doctor says now maybe you are in this stage and you need to take this medication, you need to adhere by that as you move on. So that one also will delay progression to end-stage kidney disease. Thank you, Brother Steve.
I see. All right, we got just 2 more to go. We're over our time a little, but we keep the show going. Make sure that all the information is disseminated. The next, stay active. I don't care if it's walking, gardening, going bowling, or whatever you do, stay active. Improve overall health and well-being. Brother Moses, did you stay active in spite of dealing with kidney disease?
I started later because, as I've mentioned, Brother Steve, receiving this news in the first place before beginning any treatment is kind of the whole world is crashing against you. So I always kept on staying alone, away from people, and just thinking that the world is crashing on me, and then like it is the end of the road. So I had no time for exercise. But then as time goes by, getting educated and then self-education, you realize that, you need exercise. You need exercise, whatever exercise you've mentioned. You are not limited to, to particular exercise. However, for exercise also, it's better to discuss that with your doctor. But very important, you have to begin the conversation. That is why, Brother Steve, I did mention that sometimes here in Kenya, you don't ask, you are not told exactly what to do. So exercise, a very fundamental thing.
Okay, good point. So number 9, take medication as prescribed. I know a lot of people like, man, I don't want to take no medication. Follow your doctor's instruction for medications that may help manage symptoms and slow the progression of kidney failure. You have medicine referred to as ACE and ARBs, ACE inhibitors, that protects the kidney from proteins spilling out. Is there anything you want to say about take your medications, like your phosphorus binders, to help if your phosphorus is high and you got stage 4 or 5, you find yourself itching a lot. They may put you on some binders to take with your meals. Say on take your medicines as prescribed.
Oh yes, oh yes, oh yes. Um, um, uh, the most important, if for the effectiveness of treatment plan that normally a nephrologist has for you, is to take your medication as prescribed, as given by your doctor. And then but then Brother Steve, I really hate this point. People indulge on self-medication. They are including even herbal that people do not know the content. Most herbal comes from roots and tree barks or tubers, which are loaded with lots of potassium. And in case such a thing, one takes such concoctions, they worsened their situation in thinking that they are really doing good for themselves, and people even lose it, and that is how people even 10 hours from maybe stage 3, stage 4 to end stage kidney disease.
Mm-hmm.
So very important. People must not mix mixed. You must differentiate what the doctor prescribed and your own self medication, because brother Steve, when you have a problem, especially a chronic condition, then people want to take advantage of you. They want to rob you of your dignity and say, oh, this is the time you must get saved, or this is the time you must be eating this daily basis. That is self-medication. So there to the condition, to what the doctor prescribed. Thank you so much.
Mm-hmm. All right. So the last one, number 10 of the 10 things to do if you just monitor your health. And what I mean by that, keep track of your blood pressure. If you got hypertension, keep track of your weight you experience, even your blood sugar. And make sure you report any changes to your healthcare provider. That's very pertinent of your blood pressure. Because then, I know a lot of people don't like blood pressure medicine. A lot of people trying this nitric oxide and all that. But regardless of what you take, you recording it. So when you go back, you've been taking this nitric oxide or whatever alternative you've been doing, you can show your doctor your data. But make sure you monitor your blood pressure, your blood sugar, your cholesterol level, your fluid status, and anything else, and your weight that may be pertinent to this disease. Brother Moses, anything you want to say, elaborate on before we close the show?
Oh yes,
With
let
that,
me just echo on taking vitals, and maybe recording the much needed data that might help you, and even including, you've mentioned many, but let me just add on, including water. Water intake is very important, so that even if you see you can't breathe, you can notify your doctor. Very important. Vitals are very important, and then any other change that might occur, I encourage that you report that to the doctor. Brother Steve, back to you.
anything else, Brother Moses?
Oh yes, I'm done.
So, Brother Moses, as we come down the show, despite the challenges with the internet connection, um, warriors can go back that missed this and go over the 10 things that they should do if they've been diagnosed with kidney disease. Say before we end the show today.
Yes. um, um, uh, I also want to encourage our viewers to keep on watching this program. It is very important because we are not providing everything, but we are just triggering. It's just a trigger for your conscious to begin a conversation with your doctor where need might arise, so that you keep track uh, uh, of helping yourself as a warrior. Thank you so much for watching Kidney Hub East Africa. I am your co-host, Moses Kennedy, your kidney ambassador.
Thank you, Brother Moses. And let me just say this before we end. Each year, 750,000 with kidney disease, kidney failure. Each year. And again, when you got people out at health fairs manning kidney health tables and people walking right by the information, and then the next thing you know, 2-3 years later, you are the very same person being diagnosed with kidney failure, kidney disease, and you could have done something about it. There's 5 stages, but once you get to stage 5 and you start experiencing symptoms, and it's a little too late, and you got to start this new normal, because it's a new normal. So with that being said, Brother Moses, this has been a great show. I definitely taking the time out, come on today and co-host, and I'll see you next Sunday, same time, same station, as we have another important topic to discuss for our friends East Africa and beyond. So with that said, everyone, thank you. Brother Moses, have a great evening and a safe treatment. Was it Tuesday?
Tuesday.
Yeah. Have a talk soon, okay? Thank you, everyone, for joining the broadcast. Kidney Hub East Africa. We see you next Sunday, same time, same station. God bless, and everyone have a great week. Peace.